Race fans, good evening and a very warm 3x2 welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Welcome you to round 15 of the OSCA Rio Grande Mexican Girls Cup Series, where these drivers will tackle this tough 1.5 mile oval for our second feature-length race of the season at 156 laps. Buckle up and grab some popcorn, it's gonna be a long one. I'm Cameron Rich here in the booth with Carlos Costa, man the cameras as always. If you missed last week's action at Slinger Speedway, Team Fenceline Motorsports put on a dominant display, sweeping all three races, 2 for Austin Beers, and a breakthrough first win for Ty Alkas. Redux Racing tops the standings with Daniel Gore leading Noah Brown by 39 points, and Darren Staff, Eric Ziegel, Ty McIntosh there in the top 5 of the point standings, all within 10 points of each other. No qualifying tonight. We're actually gridding up by passing points here in the OSCA Racing League, so I don't know if we have a grid graphic, but we will go through that here in just a moment. But should be a fun one tonight, Carlos. Long one. So the first long one we had this season at Daytona went flag to flag, green flag conditions. So I doubt we will do that tonight, but we'll see what we can do. Got about 15 more seconds before our session actually goes live, so I'm assuming that's probably when we will get the grid rolling here. There is your front row tonight, the Redux Racing pair of Noah Brown and Daniel Gore. I believe we are getting some things set up technically, so we might not have full functionality quite yet, but
no,
we're gonna have 2 pace laps here.
Yeah, it's a easy anti-cheat issue. It says it can't be fixed until I restart my computer, and if I do that, then nobody can see anything.
Interesting, you love to hear it. Just listening to some of the voice chat here, which is quite unhinged, but one more pace lap to begin tonight's fairs. And as we've already said, it's going to be a long one, 156 laps, plenty of action. I've been told that fuel is about 30 or so laps, which means we'll see about 5 pit stops here tonight or such thereabouts. So be interesting to see how the strategy plays out. All right, through turns 3 and 4 here at the Vegas Motor Speedway. We Base Truck has made the hard left turn on pit road. Field's in the hands of Noah Brown there on the inside line, and the green flag is out. 156 laps are underway for round 15 of the OSCA OSCA Rio Grande Mexican Grill Cup Series. Into turn number 1 is side-by-side between the two Redux teammates, Noah Brown and Daniel Gore. We've seen these two have contact before. Hopefully they can keep it clean here on the first lap. Las Vegas is a track known for its first lap incidents, actually, so hopefully we can avoid those today. James Watson looking pretty racy there through 3 and 4, using that inside line to his advantage. Right up there behind the 65 of Noah Brown. He is tucked right up there behind that, up there behind him, and got him loose out of turn number 4. So Noah had to save it a little bit, run him way up there next to his Redux Racing teammate, the 65 or 69 of Daniel Gore. There was almost some contact there once again off of turn number 2. And lots of side-by-side down the backstretch. We are using the 550 high drag, 550 horsepower high drag package on these cars, so not a lot of room or time or anything like that to make a lot of headway and get away from each other. So we'll probably see packs like this probably throughout the race. So a little bit further on back there, Ray Bracey and Darren Staff going at it for the 4th position there. Two Redux Racing teammates at the front still going at it. Contact between them. They bang doors down into turn number 1 there. Just light contact between those two, but we have seen these two get racy many times before. Hopefully no more than that will be the end result of that. But James Watson there in 3rd, probably liking what he's seeing, that they are being aggressive right now early on in this run. Probably thinking that they might burn their tires up or might just, you know, have more contact that could be race ending. But Daniel Gore, for a moment, was able to get the lead. Noah Brown back around the outside, and from what I've heard with these drivers, I think that outside is going to be tough to beat if you're trying to pass. So Daniel Gore does have his work cut out for him here, and James Watson say he is content with running the bottom at the moment. Ray Bracey up there in the 3rd spot, looking very racy on the high side. He's got a little bit of a push from Darren Staff in that 45 machine. Let's see what they can do together. Two Redux teammates going at it. 3rd Redux car up there in the 3rd position now. Ray Bracey, he's a Redux car as well. Redux Racing looking very good in these early stages at Las Vegas. We'll see how that kind of comes to fruition later on in the race. Oh, wreck Patrick Hayhe has turned Eric Ziegel. A couple other cars involved. I see Austin Beers as well. There is Darren Staff. Here in Ty McIntosh say that he's got a good onboard, but I believe we might be having to restart the stream here in just a moment for some technical problems, but we should be back shortly.
Yes. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to switch it on over to the second, to a backup stream. I'm going to try to get Cam's audio come through. We won't have graphics for a couple minutes, and then when we come back, we should be good to go. All right.
All right, we're getting our first caution of the night here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are getting the stream back in order here, so be patient with us. We don't have any graphics or anything like that right now, but our top 10 as we run: Daniel Gore, Noah Brown, James Watson, Ray Bracey, Ty McIntosh. That's the top 5. Adam Jones, Zach Evans, Olivia Hammond making her return to the series after a brief away period from it is 8th. Dylan Thomas 9th, and Dylan Gooden is 10th. The field here. Johnny Eckert, actually didn't see him in practice or anything like that, but he is in the race, so currently running this 22nd. Check up on his progress later, but looks like of the cars that were in the wreck, I don't see any moment too bad of damage. I think everybody was able to get most of it, if not all of it, fixed. So no huge hits, just a bunch of small hits. I think everybody should be more or less good to go. We'll be restarting here on lap number 10. Not sure if we have camera functionality yet right here, but most likely be looking at the 69 of Daniel Gore and the 65 of Noah Brown, two Redux teammates on the front row here. Good restart on the bottom there for Daniel Gore. Yeah, just a car length and a half. We'll make that 2 car lengths as we go. Ryan's car is in the field. Watson's in the chartreuse car, and Ray Bracey is in the lime green car. Behind these two leaders, it is quite steady side by side. 3 to 4 rows, all the way back to Dylan Thomas there, currently running in the 9th position. Big theme so far, the two Redux teammates, Gore and Brown, going at it. They have still not ended the battle. They are at all near each other. We're another very competitive teammates. They do not want to lose to each other, so watch for try anything they can to make something happen. Here's another Redux car coming into the fray. The number 10 of Ty McIntosh makes it 3 wide down the front stretch. Splits Watson and Ray Bracey, his other Redux teammate. Quite briefly here, making it a Redux 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Daniel Gore, Noah Brown, Ray Bracey there in third, and Ty McIntosh in fourth. All of them running kind of lockstep with each other currently. So a great night for the team points if it were to end right now. But unfortunately, a lot more racing here to go. And there, Olivia Hammond is exploring the side. She wants to join the battle, so she is there on the sideline. Ray Bracey tight into turn number 2. Under fire from Zach Evans here in number 6. Retro last week over a couple weeks ago actually. A great looking machine, and that is he's now under fire from James Watson. More so than Zach's the one firing on James Watson. Hanson there. Following over join this battle up the top 4. They still occupy those top 4 positions, and one of these 2 are not. All right. Always good to hear. Do believe that we do have a well, formatting on the broadcast is a little bit funky right now. We have a double ticker and the fonts are a little bit messed up, but that can be fixed here in a little bit. Rebooting, always a great process there. Yep, we sure are. We have full graphics back. We're getting our paint schemes back. We're getting our cameras back. And awesome. Thank you for doing that, Carlos. That was a process and a half, but we are looking pretty good here on lap 16. can kind of see most of the whole pack here. They're within about 21 cars, within about 3.5 seconds of each other. That's one of the aspects of this 550 package, as it works in iRacing. It didn't work like that in real life, that's for sure. We'd see long strings of cars, and it was very, very hard to pass here. But I've seen quite a bit of it here tonight. And here comes Ray Bracey on his Redux teammate Noah Brown into turn number 3, pulling Zach Evans along with him. Zach Evans has been making some noise, looking for his first OSCA Premier Series win, and it could come tonight. He's looking very fast here, following that number 7 car of Ray Bracey on the bottom. Ray Bracey makes the move on Noah Brown through turns 1 and 2. He's going to send that 65 back to 3rd position. Set his sights on the 69 of Daniel Gore. This battle between all the Redux cars up here in the top 5 is incredible right now. They are not able to get away from each other, all following the 69 of Daniel Gore, which everyone would love to beat the team leader if they could. Ray Bracey looking very fast up here, and he's going to have to probably find a different line around that number 69 because as you can see right there, he goes to the outside of Daniel, trying to get to the right rear of him, and out of turn number 2, Ray Bracey has the momentum. Gonna try to make the move here into turn number 3. Daniel Gore's not gonna give it up easy. He never does, but Ray Bracey on the outside trying to keep the momentum up in that machine, and it's gonna keep the power down. And at the start-finish line, I think that's gonna be Ray Bracey leading that lap. Sure is, by 9/1000th of a second between those two. Then behind them, it's a couple more Redux teammates battling for the 3rd position. Ty McIntosh on the bottom, Noah Brown on the top. So all 4 Redux cars in the camera shot right now. You are only seeing Redux cars. Insert something about favoritism or something like that here, but all of them running really well here. A little bit of contact. Noah Brown and Ty McIntosh through 3 and 4. No harm, no foul. It just sent the number 10 a little bit sideways there. But through the kerfuffle, Ray Bracey has been able to acquire the lead, at least, if not temporarily, over Daniel Gore here in the 69. Of course, he's never going to give it up easily, and that's... Oh, some contact! We've had... My goodness, two times Redux Racing teammates have made contact with each other, and it's 2 different teammates that have done it, but... Through that, Ray Bracey gets the lead exclusively to himself, and now Daniel Gore is going to be fighting for his life with the 65 of Noah Brown. Once again, here he comes on the outside, turn number 1. They are side by side. Daniel Gore looking inside of Ray Bracey all while this is happening. He's going to shove his teammate into the wall. Oh, they are making contact. Wow. Huge contact. That's been brewing for a few laps there, I would have to say, and... Once again, the Redux teammates have ran into each other. They have, they have done something right there. Let's check damage. I don't see a whole lot in Daniel's car. If anything, it's probably going to be on the right side. Noah Brown, same thing. Not a whole lot of position loss for them. They just got themselves a little bit sideways, and they are now running 3rd and 4th. Back here at Nate Hall, he is 7.5 seconds behind the pack. There we go. There's our camera back again. But it all Redux front few right now, so we're going to the field a little bit. A couple other cars racing behind the Redux cars here, which we are actually going to be coming up on pit stops in not too long, I don't believe. Should be about probably 34 or 35 with the fact that we had the 1 caution. See the cars sparking away in the corner. They are running these Gen 6 machines very low to the ground, as you would, just for the most downforce and least drag you can get. That's where the car is going to be most happiest at. Ray Bracey still leads Ty McIntosh at the front. and Daniel Gore. That's your top 3. Now it's Zach Evans and Noah Brown going at it for the 4th position. Austin Beers has joined the fight at the top 5, or the top 5 positions. He's trying to get up there. And now, what's that? Ty Alkus and Eric Ziegel also going at it. They're trying to get up here in this big fight. Ty Alkus, center of your screen right now, I believe. Lap car coming up here. It's Darren Staff, who unfortunately, like whatever damage he had from that first incident was enough to severely impact the performance of the car. So unless he gets a caution here in about 5 seconds, he's going to be fighting for that lucky dog position if we get a caution. And there we go. We also have a battle for the lead as Darren gets past there. Ty McIntosh on the bottom of Ray Bracey. We are fighting for the lead here up out of turn number 2. Daniel Gore on the inside as well. He has gotten himself up to the fight for the lead once again, and we are not that far away from pit stops, as we said just a minute ago. Ray Bracey going to be doing everything he can to hold on to this lead, because coming into the pits with the lead is a huge advantage. He's going to want to have that first, not going to have the first pit stall. That's going to belong to Noah Brown, but you still want to have that nonetheless. Apologies, having a couple more issues here with the broadcast, but we're working through it the best we can. Ray Bracey continues to hold to that lead as we work lap 30 here. We are coming to 31 out of turn number 4. All right, I think we are, now we're fully back here. So Daniel Gore on was looking inside of Ray Bracey there for the lead into turn number 4. He does not get it this time. Ty McIntosh in the 10, he's decided to get himself into this Redux Racing fight once again. As you can see, Noah Brown got around Zach Evans, and now it is Austin Deers chugging along with him as well to make it a Redux Racing 1, 2, 3, 4, and then TFM number 5. In that 19. Not going to be this lap. Austin Beers cannot get around Zach Evans in that number 6. Zach Evans has having a pretty good night there. There's Nate Hall in the pits. Looks like he is potentially smoking. Might have been tire smoke as he entered the pits. I don't believe he's hit anything too terribly hard, so going to be a routine pit stop for him. And we're hearing some of the other drivers come down pit road soonish. Olivia Hammond in the 54 has called out that she will be down this lap, and presumably probably some others as well. Ooh, close there with the 47 of Sam Boutwell. That was almost a disaster, but Olivia Hammond trying to get it slowed down. I think she got it there. I'm not showing a black flag for her. Bracey, our leader, we're hearing he's going to be down this time, as well as some others. So Vegas, it's got a curved pit entry, so you're slowing down as you're turning and doing a whole lot of things that the car doesn't want to do at the same time. So it's a very, you can see them coming down here. Daniel Gore a little bit quicker. He slots in behind Ray Bracey, and they're both getting it slowed down there. You got to slow down and turn, and it's a pretty awkward thing that the car just doesn't want to do very well. So You do typically see a lot of incidents and speeding on this Las Vegas Motor Speedway pit road. We'll see which pit crew here of the Redux Racing Camp does a little bit better between Ray Bracey and Daniel Gore. Here is Kinda Jones. There's Dylan Thomas for Binks Designs.
Oh.
The other Redux cars here. Noah Brown, he's sideways, Ty sideways a little bit. No black flags, though, for anyone. They were all able to get it slowed down. James Watson in. Coming off pit road, it looks like Ray Bracey will hold the lead against Daniel Gore. Cycled through currently. Austin Beers is the leader. Him and Eric Ziegel have potentially saved a little bit of fuel there. They were a little bit off the pace, at least looking off the pace earlier in the race, but could have definitely saved some fuel. So the fact that they are out there still kind of makes me think that might be the case, but you will see when they decide to come in. Oh, a little bit of a pit road miscue there for Dylan Gooden. Shoots the box by about a foot and then has to back it up, and then the crew can service the car. There's David Westergreen. Down and away. Two Team Fenceline Motorsports cars of Beers and Ziegel currently going at it right now for the lead. This is going to be short-lived. They're going to be saw some argy-bargy there. So it's going to be short-lived. Once the TFM cars there of Beers, Ziegel, and looks like Capuano, Alcas, kind of all on the same strategy there, along with My Hand. Maybe Aaron Evans, maybe Peeler, Johnny Eckert doing something. I think he actually started the race a little bit late, but all right, something here. Peeler is going to be down this time. Daniel Gore got around Ray Bracey there for the, I guess, effective race lead is what we'll call that once everybody cycles through. Top of the screen there. Olivia Hammond, Noah Brown, Dylan Thomas. That's kind of a Zach Evans a little bit down the road from that battle. I think that's going to be about position 3 or 4 or so once we cycle through here. There's Noah Brown. About a half a straightaway ahead of Olivia Hammond, who we were just looking at top pane of the screen. Just Adam Peeler down on pit road, and I believe all of the Team Fenceline cars have come down pit road at this time by. So Beers, Ziegel, Capuano, Alcas, all down there. Patrick Hahey having a meatball flag for something. He's either hit something or burned the tires off it, which, by the way the car's driving, it looks like he might have burned the tires off. He's going very slow, cannot turn the car, and he's going to be coming down pit road. So 39 for the 87 is what he has in the tank. Fence line cars down and away. Thomas Capuano there, he's in turn 2. Daniel Gore, the race leader, effective once we get cycled through everything. He is going to be, he's into turn number 1 right now. Thomas Capuano coming out of turn number 4, so that gives you an estimation of the gap. Capuano cycles back to 17th, actually. Beers 15th, Ziegel 16th, but I think they are on a fuel save strategy first, so we will not expect to see anything from them until later on in the race, probably. Aaron Evans, last one to pit. He is down and away, 42 laps is his maximum he can go on the fuel and tires, and down and away he goes. Right as all that cycles through, we got a Redux Racing battle here. Once again at the front, Daniel Gore leads Ty McIntosh now, and Ray Bracey and Noah Brown all kind of going at it. Ty McIntosh there on the inside of Daniel Gore trying to make something happen, but as we've kind of said all race long, all 45 laps now, 44 I think is the actual number there. The outside line is the line to be if you want to defend your positions. I think Daniel Gore is going to have the easiest job here to do something. It's going to be on Ty McIntosh to make something happen. As you see, slots right back in behind his teammate and has to probably wait another lap to try something. If you really want something to happen, you got to get to the right rear corner of that car in front, and that's really where you can kind of destabilize them and get them out of the way here. On board with Ty, he actually does just that, and right to that, right around the 69, he goes to the lead. Ty McIntosh going to be leading some of his first laps of the race here tonight. We can say this is effectively right at the 1/3 mark of the race, and still pretty close here between this top 5. You can see gaps on your screen. It's about within a second from McIntosh back to Zach Evans, who had a good pit sequence there, and getting very close here for the lead between Gore and McIntosh. That's kind of just what you see with these cars. I mean, that big spoiler on the back, if you can
that's
plant your car in the wall. That's not going to help matters at all for the number 10. He plunks the wall pretty hard, and now going to be under fire from, well, not really under fire. He's been passed by Brown, Bracey, and almost Evans here, and you can see the damage there on the right front of that car. That's going to hurt the performance of that machine undoubtedly. That's the thing with this 550 horsepower package at these intermediate tracks is you really just need all the aero you can have, and any type of disruption there is going to create some kind of havoc for the handling of that car. Here comes Zach Evans on the inside. I think Ty might just need to concede for now. No, he doesn't. He's gonna, and we can hear that Ty McIntosh and Gore are kind of not really happy with each other after that one. I have to go back and look at it to see what actually happened, but I don't. I'm not sure what. I think that was just a package or a product of the package that we kind of expect here. But Austin Beers here in the 6th position. He leads that little second pack of mostly Team Fenceline Motorsports cars here. We'll take a look at this incident between the two Redux Racing cars, which we've said that phrase there, right there, Carlos, a few times over the past few seasons. Looks through 1 and 2 here. Gore on the inside. And he does slide up a little bit, and yeah, just I mean, definitely Gore slid up a little bit, and but the thing is, I mean, even if Gore got out of the gas, I think that would have been a bit of a tough spot there for McIntosh, just because, like, in these Gen 6 cars, in these high drag, low horsepower Gen 6 cars, that doesn't really mean anything. You're getting out of the gas just means you're going to push more. So that might have been just, unfortunately, an incident that was going to happen just based on the positioning of those cars. But Zach Evans looking racy here. He's fighting Ray Bracey there for that 3rd position, looking to get a podium here tonight. And Zach, longtime OSCA driver, not yet a Premier Series winner, but definitely of all the races we've seen him in, I think tonight might be one of the better shots for that. Gore and Brown currently going at it. And, well, that battle that was a 4-car or so battle has now become a 7-car battle. The Team Fenceline Motorsports car, or well, let's try that again. Teammates of Beers and Ziegel have caught this group and have gotten into this battle. Actually, trouble, not trouble, but sideways. Noah Brown was a little bit sideways there, and I think he got a little bit made loose by Austin Beers, and he's bringing his teammate along with him. This is all of a sudden kind of flipped on his head. While the Redux Racing cars were all battling with each other, here comes Team Fenceline to just take the scraps, and there goes Austin Beers into the lead. Probably expecting next pit stops here within about 15 or so laps. So we'll see how much distance the number 19 of Beers and or the 55 of Eric Ziegel. You can see the difference in tires here. Gore 34 laps on his tires, Brown 35, and then it was 40 each for Beers and Ziegel. So definitely a pretty not insignificant, I will say, tire difference between those Team Fence Line cars, and it's like they are kind of starting to pull away a little bit. While Redux Racing, they continue to battle each other, Brown and Gore. It's now an 0.8 of a second gap up to the 55 of Ziegel. And a couple people in chat here. Got Thrasher and Brent Jones, so welcome. Thrasher asking what happened to McIntosh. Well, he did get in the wall just a few laps ago. A little bit of contact on the right side of that machine. There's some damage to the right front fender. He is probably struggling with handling just a little bit now, running there in 7th position, trying to get some air on that front nose, and you can see right there, it's just probably doesn't have the turn off the corner like he did before, but gonna have to just nurse that around until he can get it, see right there, into turn 3. That's really where it's killing him. He lost a ton of ground there. A little bit further on back, number 39 of James Watson. He currently runs in the 12th position, about 3.5 seconds behind the race leader. And he's towing along Dylan Thomas and Olivia Hammond. He's fallen back there to the 14th position. Not really falling back, started back in 24th, just was not able to, really had to use some pit strategy to get to the front, but having a decent run here. Almost some contact, not almost some contact, definitely some contact there. Kind of Jones is sideways on the front stretch, saves it. Contact there with Ty Alkus, and that could have been disastrous. I mean, it kind of was for Kynan Jones, but no caution. Kynan Jones rightfully saying, "What are you doing? I was on the apron." So, calmest part of the race right now. We're right there at the 3rd point of the way through the race. Little re-rack of the top 10 here. Austin Beers and Eric Ziegel. They lead the race. Noah Brown has gotten around Daniel Gore. Ray Bracey runs in 5th. Zach Evans 6th. Ty McIntosh 7th. Thomas Capuano 8th. Dallas Mayan 9th. And David Westergreen there in the 10th position. A little bit further on back, there is Ty Alkus, who was the center of that controversy just a minute ago that involved Kynan Jones. He was battling the number 47 of Sam Beltwell for 16th. Ty Alkus, the first-time winner last week, or excuse me, 2 weeks ago at Slinger, and just realized that now I said Dover was last week a little while ago. That is completely wrong. We were at Slinger. Dover was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, so get my dates all mixed up here. We're on board with Dallas Mayan here, who has made a steady progress through the field. Back in 15th is where he started. Now he's up to 8th, and you can see the race leaders up at the center of his screen. They're not that far away. He's just got to find a way to get there. Going along a couple of friends, David Westergreen, that's Thomas Capuano and Dylan Gooden. Starting to see distinct packs form here. Here's the what I like to call the Redux pack, which includes Zach Evans lapping at Darren Staff. Once again, we got our front 2 of Beers and Ziegel. They're together. We got the Redux pack here, which is all together, and then we got behind them, we got the pack led by Dallas Mayan, which goes back to Dylan Gooden, and then another pack behind them, James Watson, back to looks like Sam Boutwell. Which is right There's some good racing going on in this pack. Olivia Hammond trying to make a move on at Gilberto Javier Gamera. Not able to do it just yet, and she's actually going to probably lose the spot. Maybe 2 here. James Watson and Sam Boutwell, but fighting back on the inside. Sam Boutwell in the all-chrome machine this week. Very easy to spot on the track. At times, also very hard to spot at times. The chrome has a way of blending into the asphalt, which is interesting. Well, it makes perfect sense too. The fact that it's fully reflective and it is on top of the asphalt kind of makes sense there. Probably looking at our second round of pit stops here in just a moment. Daniel going back around Noah Brown for the lead of that second pack, but it's about a second down the road between them and Austin Beers, Eric Ziegel, and now really the fact that they're on the back end of that strategy here, Redux Racing and company, means they're pretty much going to have to stretch out themselves and try to do something there, because now Austin Beers and Eric Ziegel, they are out front with a tire and a fuel advantage, which is never what you want to see at a track like this, but you know, we're still early on in the race. Anything could happen. One caution really does change everything. So as much racing as we have on this track, we could certainly see that. But right here is the battle for around the 10th position. Capuano in the wall just a little bit. In the Joe Hendry car was Capuano, and that's the least surprising thing I've ever seen in my life. We know how much he loves Joe Hendry and wrestling in general.
Did we talk about the optional theme for tonight?
Yeah, we haven't brought it up yet, but right there, I guess it is the wrestling theme for tonight, which unfortunately I think was going to be a little bit more attended, but I think Ty, who was going to paint a lot of the cars, just could not get around to it. So he's just in his regular, one of the well, actually no, that is a wrestling themed car. Can't see. Oh yeah, we certainly do. There's Olivia Hammond down pit road. She is the first one of this group right here on lap. Not gonna say it, but it's at the top of the screen.
Oh. You're afraid of saying 67?
Not at all. 03 at Dylan Thomas here that he's going to be down to this time. There's Ray Bracey and Daniel Gore. Brown decides to stay on the racetrack, and we'll see when he decides to come down pit road. Noah's trying to maybe match the two team fence line cars on strategy just a little bit, maybe more towards their end of the run there, but they have definitely charged away, and unfortunately Darren Staff has retired from the event. He is not going to be running anymore. I guess that damage is just a little bit too much for the car to be competitive, and with the way the race was looking, it was going to be a long night for the driver of the 45, so fortunate there. Here's the other half of the Redux group here with Zach Evans. There's Gilberto Javier Gamera, James Watson. No sign of pitting yet for the Ziegel Capuano Beers group. Ty Alcas could be coming in. We'll see if he's the first of the group of the team fence line cars, or if he is the. If they all decide to come in this lap. Austin Beers and Eric Ziegel really never gotten away from each other. Their gap was about 0.2 of a second that whole run, so they kind of might just be lockstepping it till the end of this race here. There's Ty Alkus. Beers and Ziegel decide to come around for at least another lap. There's Sam Beltwell. Beers and Ziegel going to be coming down this lap, so hearing that on the radio. No issues for, looks like, anyone really so far on pit road. Everybody's done a pretty good job of getting it down to pit road speed and getting down and away without too many issues. My hands on pit road. There goes most everyone else. Daniel Gore has a pretty significant lead on that through that exchange. About 3 seconds, it looks like, on Noah Brown. I believe that Gore was the first to pit, though, so we'll see how that changes. I mean, he's going to have I think a gap back to Austin Beers. We'll see what that's going to be. About 5 seconds back to Austin Beers right now from Gore back to Austin Beers. So we'll see. Tires are definitely going to make a difference here. Beers is going to have to make the moves and make the passes, but see, he's already looking to the outside of Ty McIntosh here. McIntosh with that damage, it's going to be a tough ask. He's going to make it 3 wide down the front stretch here, splitting McIntosh and Watson. Hearing some more beef over the radio, which I always love to hear that. Guess Control disabling some chats now during the middle of the race, so we're about at the halfway mark, plus or minus a few laps, but we're kind of getting there. 4.5 second lead for Daniel Gore over Noah Brown. Austin Beers kind of in that fight right now. He's now navigating through the cars here, getting around Noah Brown here in just a moment, it looks like. Looking inside, and he's got the freshest tires here. He did have the lead before pit stops. Now fighting with Noah Brown. These two have had some history in the OSCA series in the past, but right now just think it's going to be all Austin Beers with the easy pass through 3 and 4 on the fresher tires, and now he's going to have to go track that number 69 of Daniel Gore down. Comes Ziegel, a dancing partner, kind of following through as well, trying to get around Ray Bracey for the 4th position. That's going to be an easy affair for Ziegel. And Noah Brown as well looks on the inside. Not quite yet, but I think as these tires fall off, we've seen a little bit that they, I think into turn 3, the turn in for the tire, that's kind of the first place where you really start to struggle when your tires start wearing. So the guys on the new tires, they can just kind of turn into the corner as they need and kind of pitch it as needed. And the older tires just can't do that. So away goes Ziegel. He's going to follow his dancing partner Beers, trying to catch that 69 of Daniel Gore, which they've already started to chip away at the lead. It's 3 seconds right now between Gore and Beers. Get a little bit further on in the back here. Oh, I think Beers actually, did he just pop the wall a little bit? Yes, he sure did. It was just a little bit of a kiss, but he is definitely driving to try to catch that 69 down the road, and now it's 2.4 seconds is the gap. Definitely coming down quite a bit here. There's the intervals at the bottom of the screen. Green is good for the driver that has the interval. That is to the leader, Daniel Gore, and see each and every lap, it's quite a bit in favor of Beers and Ziegler right now. That's just the tire difference. Not much you can do about that if you are Gore, but just run your laps and run your lines as needed. It's actually coming down between Gore and Brown and company as well. So you can see Brown's gap 2.9 seconds. It was about 4 a few laps ago. Oh, who's that? That is Olivia Hammond sideways out of turn 2. Swatting flies in that race car, but she saved it, and we're going to keep on green here at Las Vegas, but Lord have mercy. Well, I would say that Austin Beers is quite rightfully there. He is 3/10 of a second behind the 69 now. And 2025 Wheel and Modified Tour champion is probably going to be in the lead by the end of this next lap. I would say it's going to be a pretty elementary affair around the outside. Those new tires, not sure what the difference is, but it's about 10 or so laps at this point. No chance Score has anything to do with that, and there he goes. Austin Beers to the race lead once again. Assume that Eric Ziegler not going to be far behind. There he is, tracking the 69 down, right in his draft out of turn number 4.
Something happened to Hammond again.
Yeah, I'm sure that Olivia actually retired from the race. So whatever happened there.
Shown that she just started getting past. I don't know if something happened at this corner, or if she just brought it down to the road. Yeah, well, I'm not sure what happened. He is off the racetrack.
Yeah, and I mean, kind of a shame. Olivia was having a pretty good run at other points, but really whatever happened, yeah, it looks like she just brought down pit road and then decided to call it a night, but left 87 here, so we are getting to the other half of the race. Austin Beers with a half of a second lead over his teammate Eric Ziegler, and then about a half a second back to Daniel Gore. And then a little bit further on back there, about 3, we'll call that 2.5 seconds or so back to Zach Evans and the rest of that little group. Evans, Brown, Bracey, they've kind of been together all race. Currently, Zach Evans leads that group. Dylan Thomas there in the 03, currently running in the 11th position. And let's go ahead and just go through the. Let's kind of go through the field here a little bit. Do something that NASCAR used to do back in the day. So we'll start at Austin Beers and just kind of show you every car through the field, and just kind of like something like that. But here's Austin Beers. He is your leader. We know quite about him. He has about, I think he's got 4 wins on the season. I can double check that, but it's definitely 5 actually. So got 5 wins on the season and missed a couple races due to real life commitments. Kind of, sucks being a real life racing driver, I'm sure, but he has definitely, shown everybody he is for real in this 2026 OSCA season. And with the chase format, I think he should probably, he said he's not going to miss any more races, and it should be a lock for the chase. But about 0.3 of a second behind him, Eric Ziegel. You see him right at the top of the shot. Eric Ziegel is that Team Fenceline Motorsports teammate. He's been also really good tonight. Missed some of the same races that Austin Beers has. Of course, these two are real life companions, so that kind of is the way it works sometimes. But has not really been more than about half of a second away from Beers this whole race. So I think he's just kind of doing his thing. I mean, we've talked about Ziegel all season. Just the fact that he's been really kind of consistent, and he's kind of a dark horse, kind of comes from nowhere. He's not going to go out there and lead every single lap of the race, but he is going to be there at the end. So I think just put himself in the position where he needs to be for the end of the race, working lap 92 here, again on that back half of the race, just where he needs to be. Daniel Gore, I think his tire strategy has equaled out a little bit. He's not fallen much further back than right about here. See that all 3 of these cars are approximately within camera shot. Not much more to be said about this guy. He's won last 3 OSCA championships. He's won, I believe, 3 races this season, if I'm not mistaken. So he's had a good run all race. The small run-in with his teammate of Ty McIntosh, and a couple of little door banging incidents with Noah Brown, but that's just standard Redux fare. So we expect that. No harm, no foul. Everything going pretty well, minus there's a little bit of a gap on tires and fuel between the Team Fenceline cars running 1 and 2 and the Redux cars running 3, 4, and, well, currently 7 and 9. Noah Brown running in 4th. He started on the pole tonight, has led a few laps, looked pretty good there, and I don't think has the ultimate long run speed of the Gore Beers duo, but I think if we get a caution at the end, he'll probably be in prime position to make something happen, I would say. I was talking to him before the race and told him a few tricks that I know about this racetrack. We'll see if he takes them into account. Beautiful race car behind here. I think not a better looking vibe for this track than Zach Evans' Binks Designs car here in the that retro wave type themed race car. Looks good, and it's ran good today. I mean, he's not really been outside the top 10, I don't believe, and has ran pretty consistently in the top 5. So whatever Zach doing in there, should be proud of his accomplishments tonight. And I mean, just still waiting for that first Premier Series win here in OSCA. I'd say I wouldn't count out too much of it coming out tonight if he can get maybe a well-timed caution or something like that. He's currently 4 seconds behind leader Beers, which is, it's big, but it's not super big. There's plenty of room there for some, him to catch that number 19. Something happens, or caution would be the easiest way for sure. Here's Dylan Gooden. I mean, he's not had a team owner for a few months here, 2 months. His team owner came back tonight, Olivia Hammond Motorsports, and Dylan. I mean, I think he's been picking up the speed a little bit these last few weeks. He's been running a little bit better. Hopefully, the dynamic of that team can continue to improve, and Olivia being back will make everything go together, and Dylan can maybe get a win here in OSCA. Definitely not running too shabby tonight. Where did he start? He started in the 13th position, so he's had to pass a few cars, which is always good to see. Ty McIntosh here, probably wishing for a caution. You can still see he's got a little bit of that right front damage from the contact with his teammate Daniel Gore out of turn number 2, and you can probably guess that's not helping the handling whatsoever. He's fallen about 5.5 seconds behind race leader Austin Beers right now, and that's most of that I can probably assume is the damage. And you can see right about here, the right front tire, that damage kind of right in that area. The fender's not quite put together like it should be, so not really sure exactly how much he has time-wise there, but either way, I just would like to get it caught or get it fixed up here. Dallas Mayan in the 78 here. Something he's had some pretty good runs this season. Has had some bad luck and has unfortunately thrown away a few good runs on his own accord. But having a pretty good run here tonight in the 7th position, and another driver that's had to pass some cars is he's start back there in the 15th position. So we heard it was going to be hard to pass tonight, but those two drivers kind of making the light that that is possible if you know what you're doing. Ray Bracey here, he's fallen a little bit further on back than I can think he was all race, and actually might be looking to lose another spot here too. Thomas Capuano, but currently looking to come down pit road actually. There he goes. The 19 of Beers actually, like they are pitting a little bit earlier on sequence. Gore down pit road. He is down and away actually. No penalties that I can see just yet. Capuano down, Zach Evans down, Ziegel is down and away.
Zach Evans is
oh,
leading.
Evans down now. Yeah. Go around Austin Beers right now, who pitted earlier on sequence than we've seen him before, so they're battling into turn number 1 right now. We'll see where that kind of ends up here in a couple laps time once we cycle through. Zach Evans into his pit box right there. So far tonight, it's been relatively clean. We've had only the one caution early on, and then we've gone green since about lap, what, 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever it was, but battle for the lead heating up. Austin Beers around Daniel Gore once again. McIntosh down on pit road. And we say battle for the lead. The battle for the effective lead, it's really for the, looks like the 6th or 5th position on track right now. Zach Evans and group.
Oh.
Yeah, that was not a pretty finisher there for Boutwell. Here's Johnny Eckert, who I still don't really know what's happening with Johnny Eckert, but probably figure that out at some point in the race. I don't think he actually took the start. Started on pit road maybe, and then it's kind of just had to do that the whole race, but anyway, we'll see. I think Zach Evans unfortunately lost a ton of time there on the pit stop for some reason, because he is behind a lot of the cars he was in front of before that sequence. Either that or it's just the tire difference that he had, but not sure if it was really that much. Aaron Evans has been the last to pit for, I think, all race. He's kind of gone the longest on the tires pretty much just about every time. You can see the stint links there on the screen. He's presumably can go about 3 to, well, he's pitting this lap, so that answers that. A little bit sideways there and down to pit road speed.
Hey,
That's
no
gonna.
speeding penalties all night.
Yeah, it's been a race where we've minded our P's and Q's, so good to see that. 50 laps to go here, I believe. Under 50 to go. Austin Beer is currently your leader over Daniel Gore by about a half a second. Got to Ziegel about a second and a half behind that, so kind of getting into the period of the race where things are starting to check out just a little bit. Got some racing a little bit further on back. Capuano and Evans going at it. Actually, a pretty big wad of cars right here. From approximately, we'll call that Noah Brown, all the way back to about P9, P10 there. Ty Alcus, I can see him on board here with Evans. And he's trying to get around Thomas Capuano. Has not been able to just yet, but like we kind of said, Zach Evans, he was up there ahead of Noah Brown before this pit stop kind of sequence, and he's kind of now behind all these cars, so he definitely had a bit of a slow. Oh my goodness, Thomas Capuano and Dylan Gooden. Dylan Gooden not happy about that over the radio.
I don't think anyone would be.
And yeah, I can't say I would really blame him for that.
That's 2 more spots for Zach, though.
Best way to pick them up, though, is when they're given free. And they're still going at it. Well, this is kind of a one-sided one. Well, anyway,
Oh no!
that was my end. Well, in the wall a little bit there, but not really slowing him down. He's looking pretty quick here, gotten himself up to the 4th position around Noah Brown. So a little bit of maybe unexpected speed being shown out of this 78. Oh, a little bit of door banging there between him and Brown out of turn number 4, and Brown getting a push from his teammate. Oh my goodness, they are all trying to run into each other at this point. Trying to have our second caution here. Could have had it there with Gooden and Capuano. We might get it here with this wad of cars.
Oh no!
Oh, in the wall, my hand again. Oh, Zach Evans. That's not going to be what we need here. It was minding their P's and Q's, but right now, I think that is kind of out the window right now. The right side of that 78 doesn't look too bad. I mean, he smacked the wall about 2 times. Oh, that's gonna be a big hit for the 6. Didn't even see what happened there.
That car is killed. He has a meatball.
Yeah, he has broken the right front suspension off the car, and see, it's not turning. That's not how that is supposed to be. I think there might have been a little bit of net code there between those 2 cars, but yeah, I'm checking again.
Let's take a look. We got it up here in the multicam. What is this camera
See
angle?
there, Racy on the bottom, Evans on the top, and I think we need a bit of a more forward angle to make that determination. They're definitely that's the point of contact. Can we get a rear view from my hand if possible?
Yeah, I believe I can. Hold on one second.
Might be a good angle to see what happened there for realsies.
It would be. That's not the camera.
You know, this might work actually. This might work just fine. It shows what we need.
Oh yeah.
That's big net code. Yep. That's unfortunate. There might have been contact between them two regardless, but that shouldn't have been. I would say that's a contact that shouldn't cause that kind of an impact. So definitely, I would say net code kind of not helping at all. But either way, that is iRacing for you. That's probably going to be the end of Zach Evans this night, unfortunately. Had a great run going, though. See if he wants to maybe pop up in an interview waiting and talk about it, but that'll be on his accord. Totally understand if he didn't want to, though. But here's Dallas Mayan and Dylan Gooden and a couple other drivers who having some good runs here. We saw Dylan Gooden, who was getting into it with Thomas Capuano just a few laps ago, but he is now driven down the road a little bit and fighting that number 78 of my hand for the 5th position. Put him up into the... Give that to Gooden for now. He can clear the 78 before turn 1. Looks like he's just not going to. Going to be very tight between these two. Not missing much at the front. It's still about 2.5 tenth gap between Beers and Gore. Beers leader Gore in the 2nd position. But Gore has not let Beers kind of drive away or anything like that. He's kept it close and presume that that's going to be what we have for the end of the race. But about, well, we'll call that coming to 30 to go here in a few laps. Which means we are going to be doing our final pit stops, which you would have to presume that whoever pits last of the kind of front group is going to have the biggest advantage on tires, but we'll kind of see how that works here. Daniel Gore has actually ran down Austin Beers and going to be fighting with him again through 1 and 2. That's tight between these two. Contact door on side-by-side contact. Gore actually getting a bit of a push from the lap car of Aaron Evans. Gonna help push that car into turn number 3. Not gonna quite clear the 19 just yet. No, he's not. And behind Austin Beers is actually Johnny Eckert, so he has fallen a lap down into the wall a little bit as well, and I think Austin Beers is kind of going to win this battle between Eckert and Gore going at it a little bit. You typically want to be seeing this. Oh, trouble! It's Capuano around on the backstretch. I'm going to presume that Dylan Thomas was involved in somehow or some way, shape, or form. Take the replay and see what happened here, but Dylan Thomas up on the outside, and I think he tapped the wall just a little bit, came down, and just a small little hit on the 21 of Capuano there.
Oh.
Yeah, just a small hit there, but yeah, not too much damage for either car. I think somebody who really needed this caution was Ty McIntosh. Oh yeah, he does have a meatball, so a bigger hit than I thought there. Ty McIntosh, somebody who definitely needed this caution, so we'll see how much damage he can get fixed on this round of pit stops, and you can see they're all down pit road now. We have about 30 laps to go, so right at the window for a full fuel run was this last caution. Couldn't really timed it any better than that. Austin Beers down and away. Daniel Gore down and away. It's going to be Beers beating Gore off. Siegel, Brown, Mahan. That'll be in quick shifts.
How about we take a small break, and then we'll come back here with the restart.
I think that sounds fantastic. All right, welcome back to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. About to do our, second caution. I believe that's wrong on the left side there. Second restart of the night. Austin Beers, the leader on the inside line. Pace truck is off, and a great restart for Beers on the inside line. He's going to bring his teammate of Ziegel along. Simply around the 69 of Daniel Gore. Through 1 and 2. It's side by side for second place. They're three wide, a little bit further on back. They settled that one out just a little bit. But Daniel Gore and Ziegel still going at it. Gore does not want to lose that second position, that second place track position, because that's kind of going to, we only have 29 laps to go, and he wants to stay in sight of that 19 of Beers. But through turns number 4, ooh, sideways is really everybody up here in the front pack here. And here goes Gore around the very outside. We're 3 wide for the lead here. All the team fence line cars and a couple Redux cars here. Dallas Mayan joins the fight. He is down there on the inside of Beers. We're getting close off of turn number 2. Noah Brown's out there. Let's keep it clean here, boys. Gore off into the lead. Brown trying to follow him. He does not get the good run. Here comes Beers. Beers around his teammate. Now it's Gore, Beers, and Ziegel, the top 3. Dallas Mayan up there in 4, trying to play spoiler in this fight. Now they're 3 wide behind them. Here comes Dylan Gooden on the inside. Dylan Gooden on the inside of Ray Bracey and Noah Brown, the two more Redux teammates. They've been up here all night long, trying to make something happen. Big push from behind from Sam Boutwell, someone we haven't really talked about either. This caution has really thrown everything up on its head. Through turns 4, here comes Austin Beers, side contact from Daniel Gore. We are definitely at the business end of this race. You could tell the intensity has picked up tenfold They are running at every inch of this racetrack, $14.95 out of their bank accounts, and they are using every inch of it. Side-by-side battle for P3. There is Dallas Myhan on the outside of Eric Ziegel. He's trying to break up this Redux, the Redux TFM kind of duopoly here. Austin Deers in the lead exclusively now. Battle for second, Gore and Myhan. Myhan on the outside looking very strong at this point in the race. I'd have to assume he's probably cooking those tires, but, you know, less than 20 laps to go, 25 of them exactly. We'll see how that plays for him. You can tell full concentration out of that driver. Look at his face. He is all eyes forward, right on the back of that number 19. And actually, he is catching them very quickly. Gonna have to find a way around because Austin Deere is very good at blocking those runs when he needs to. Here comes Eric Ziegel. He's got so much to fend off here out of turn number 2. Has to run the inside because Ziegel's there. He can't go outside. Side by side through 3 and 4. Sliding up is Myhan, but keeps it tight down there on the inside. Now Ziegel with a push from Gore on the outside. I think that's going to help Ziegel kind of get the spot. And now, you know, Austin Beers, he's loving seeing this in his mirror. It's slowing everyone else down, and he's able to just kind of run his line and pull away. Out of turn 2, almost some 3 wide action there. Gore thinks better of it. Ooh, side-by-side contact. Ziegel, or Myhan and Gore there. 2 Team Fence Line Motorsports cars have gotten themselves back to nose and tail. Ziegel right in the back bumper of Austin Beers, right about where he's been all race. So now it's really everybody else to fight for the scraps. It's Dallas Myhan on the inside, Daniel Gore on the outside. Dallas Myhan down a teammate. We've lost Darren Staff pretty early on. Doesn't really have anyone too close to him to be able to push him like Daniel does have currently with Noah, or really did a minute ago, but no longer does. We're starting to kind of get to that tire wear point in the run. Daniel Gore has gotten around Dallas Myhan, gotten himself to the 3rd position. Dallas is not giving it up easily, though. He's trying to get his nose out to the right rear of Gore. There he goes down the front stretch. Oh, a push from behind from Brown gets Gore sideways. Gonna drive it up. Oh, slide job sideways out of turn number 2. I don't think. Oh, Wester Green is sideways too. Definitely did not. That was a lot going on there, and I don't think that lap was probably one where a couple people were upset with each other, but still green here at Las Vegas. 19 laps to go. We're quickly getting to the business end of this one. Side by side for 2nd place, Daniel Gore there on the inside of Eric Ziegel. And we've seen all night that outside is just tough to overcome when you're trying to pass. Gore is going to have to make something happen. Might be under fire from Dallas Myhan there on the outside if he's not careful. Small push from behind from his teammate Noah Brown into turn 1. Again, this doesn't get Gore as sideways this time. Gore running that extreme inside line, trying to make something happen. Just so hard because when you get to this end of the corner, you just don't have the room to slide up like you need to. So Eric Ziegel right exactly where Gore needs to be able to make the speed off the corner, and that's just not how it's going to work. So that's why, through turn 3 and 4, they are door banging. Gore is trying to use every ounce of room he has and then make some as well. Austin Beer is doing some mirror driving and blocking of his own. He's going to have to fend up both of these lines here in just a moment. Kind of looking like a Daytona or a Talladega race here with this big pack of cars all behind a leader. 550 package, putting a pretty good race out here tonight, at least for the first part of a run. This has been really good stuff to watch, and I would have to assume is probably going to continue to the end of the race, but we're on board here from the back of the 19 of Austin Beers. Been mostly the front end of that 55 right there all race. They've kind of been lockstep with each other, but right now 1 and 2, and oh, Dylan Gooden has been pitched sideways hard into the wall. That car is killed. Wow.
Caution.
That's going to be our 3rd caution of the night. Immediately gets towed back to the pits. And we'll see what the replay has to show. And oh my goodness, that was a killer hit. Actually, I was about to say, I think he hit the Jeff Gordon wall with a tire barrier there now, but when Jeff Gordon hit there, I don't think there was a tire barrier. I don't even think there was a safer barrier down there at that point. That's a shame for Dylan Gooden. He had a great run all night, and it's a tough way for that one to end. I'm not really sure who the perpetrator of the contact was. Like 3 cars almost just kind of came into each other. He was 3 wide with Ray Bracey and Sam Boutwell. But down pit road is most of the field, it looks like. Sure, it looks to be that way. See if we have any strategy calls here. It's like we might. Gonna have to think that Sam Boutwell might have gone 2 tires there in the 47.
You sure did. 9.58 second pit stop.
Not really sure if anyone else did. I don't really think so.
Aaron Evans.
Oh, Aaron Evans.
9.2.
Yep.
James Watson, 9.7. So 3 drivers took 2 tires.
Love me some strategy at the end of these races. If you're still with us, I want to thank you for hanging through that. Had a long green run there, which is good that we got here, but that can be a little long sometimes. But I think that these last few laps of this race is going to be a barn burner, especially with the differing strategies all going on through the field. We're going to have some drivers out of desperation trying to get back to where they need to be. But at least 3 cars up here on the 2 tires, the 47 of Sam Boutwell, the 48 of Aaron Evans, and the 39 of James Watson. Let's actually re-rack this top 10 real quick because it is so different. Sam Boutwell, the Chrome 47, he is your leader right now. Not quite chrome, it's more like brushed aluminum, that car kind of looking like, but still pretty good nonetheless. Austin Beers, he's 2nd. Eric Ziegel 3rd. Aaron Evans 4th. James Watson 5th. Ty Alkus 6th. Dallas Myhan 7th. Daniel Gore all the way back to 8th. Noah Brown 9th. And then Ray Bracey there in 10th.
I don't think that's correct.
There's yeah, I don't think that's really correct either, because it looks like Gilberto is there in the... Gilly might be in the 10th position, but either way, we are going back green here. So let's see what happens here. Pace truck is off. And underway we are. Good restart for Sam on the inside there. I was kind of worried about how the 2 tires would perform, but well enough for him to get going. But I think it's going to be a pretty elementary affair once Austin Beers gets through 1 and 2 to make that move here. Side by side for P3. There's Ty Alkas. He's joined his teammates up here at the front. Here's the battle for the lead. Beers on the inside. Here comes Watson with a block on the inside, or Watson with a block on the inside of my hand. And here comes Ziegel. Oh, contact! No. Well, Alkas around. They're still trying to wreck. Somehow we did not spin any cars or have a caution through that, but wow. Crazy times here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Boutwell has fallen all the way back to about the, looks like the 12th or so position. Now currently PFM 1-2 once again. Austin Beers leads Eric Ziegel, then Gore up to third. Watson up to fourth. Two tires worked a lot better for him. And then Dallas Myhand there in the fifth position. I think Myhand and Watson have been going at it pretty staunchly these last couple laps. I think Watson kind of threw a big block on Myhand that he's not super happy about, so we'll see how those two get along here down the backstretch. Gore working on Ziegel to try to do something with him. Under 10 laps to go here. Austin Beers over Eric Ziegel by less than 1/10 of a second. They're in a wad kind of behind them. All the way back to about the top 10 positions, back to Westerine and friends. Gore in the inside of Ziegel here through 1 and 2. It's going to be hard to make that move, as we've said all race long. Gonna have to try something different here. Go to the outside, maybe cut down, which he's doing right there. But I don't think through 3 and 4, there's a lot of grip up there. So he's not going to, I don't think that's going to happen this lap. James Watson's starting to lose those positions. I think those two tires have started to give it up just a little bit. So he's back to the 9th position. Now under fire for 10th from Westergreen. Ooh, Westergreen almost into Watson. They're touching through 3 and 4. There was almost netcode. Definitely gave those two a break right there just a little bit here. Ray Bracey on Noah Brown for 6th here. Not going to be able to do it just now. Slides up behind him. Daniel Gore now under fire from Dallas Mayan in the number 78. He's looking racy on that outside line. Flying the flag for RK Motorsports tonight is that 78. He's doing a great job. Big push from behind from Ty McIntosh. Have not seen him since early on, but remember, Ty McIntosh got that damage and has been kind of fighting that. Got the car fixed up, it looks like. I think he might have actually gotten everything fixed up and has speed back in it once again. So trying to make something happen. I think right now he's doing a good job right there, digging on the inside, trying to get around Dallas Mayan.
This first half has been very entertaining. I wonder how more entertaining the second half will be.
Yeah, I know, right? You see with Ty McIntosh there, it's just so hard to make that move. Dallas can keep that car up there and prevent Ty from sliding up like he needs to, and just making the pass harder. Daniel Gore, a little bit further on back, has started to lose those positions. Now behind Ray Bracey in 6th position. Ooh, Noah Brown sliding up. Ty sliding up too. They're all wrecking. They are, well, I think Dallas just, you can see how it's going on there between those two. Well, let's get a replay and see what happened here. And then heard Adam Baylor say that he's got a save that we need to see. So see that, well, I gotta say, for Ty's sake, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, Carlos, that was the same thing that happened to him. If you make If you make Ty into the 69, you make Dallas into Ty. That's the same thing that happened earlier. So, you know, that's how it be sometimes. I love you, Ty, but like that is the same thing that happened earlier. So
I ended up having a meatball for that one.
yeah, I think we've seen out of turn 2 those smallish looking hits kind of being a little bit destructive with the way the car kind of drives there. But either way, probably gonna be the end of his night.
Back half of the group is pitting. Oh, some of the back half is.
Yeah, we see Connor Jones, James Watson got the 2 tires. Johnny Eckert there. That actually gives us our first and only green white checkered of the night. Here, James said he actually took 2 tires again, so interesting strategy we got going on back there, but yeah, we are going to be, this will be our last caution. That we'll have a green flag after that, I guess, is what we're trying to say. After this, we're going to either end the race under yellow or green. Quick little re-rack of the top 10 as we double them up here. It is Austin Beers leading Eric Ziegel. Ray Bracey up to 3rd now. Dallas Myhand up to 4th. Daniel Gore 5th. Noah Brown 6th. David Westergreen 7th. Gilberto Javier Gamer 8th. Thomas Capuano 9th. Adam Peeler 10th. Let's just go through the whole top 15. Kynan Jones 11th. James Watson 12th. Dylan Thomas 13th. Johnny Eckert 14th. And Sam Betwell 15th. Ty McIntosh 16th. He's the last car on the lead lap. And that car heavily damaged after the recent caution with Dallas Myhan. But 156 laps. We are at scheduled distance now, so whatever happens, happens. It's been a long one tonight, but about 2 hours and change, so be good to see what comes out of this one. Pace truck into the pits. Field in the hands of Austin Beers on the outside. I think this first restart tonight, somebody has actually taken the outside and makes good use of it, gets to the lead pretty quickly. Now it's a battle for second between Myhand and Ziegel. Myhand, oh, we got trouble. Gilly in the back, and that's going to be the race right there. What a way to end it, but I think Myhand might be scored second there by iRacing.
Oh, he hit the wall.
And Gilly just unfortunately into the wall there, and then into David Westergreen, and that's going to be what ends our race tonight. So Austin Beers with his 6th win of the season.
Not over yet. They've just taken the white flag.
Well, yeah, that's true. Presuming he gets around to the start-finish line one more time, that will be the 6th win for the 19 of Austin Beers. I think, yep, officially iRacing scores Dallas Myhand in second. Eric Siegel 3rd. Noah Brown 4th. Ray Bracey 5th. Daniel Gore 6th, Thomas Capuano 7th, David Westergreen 8th, Adam Peeler 9th, and James Watson there in 10th. But right here, presuming that Austin Beers can take this next 200 feet of track, which he does, it's official. He's got his 6th win of the season, and he's won both feature-length races of the season so far. He won at Daytona. He's won at Las Vegas, and funny enough, the next one is the season finale at Iowa, which he is looking for his first OSCA Racing Championship. Maybe he'll sweep him tonight and sweep the championship. But what a great run. Had the right strategy and had the right teammate as well. Eric Ziegel was right there every step of the way. And they were probably going to be 1-2 without the caution. But Austin Beers gets it done. Does some, well, he's trying to do some burnouts here, but there he goes. So we'll let these drivers get cooled off. We'll let them get situated here for just a moment, and then we will have your top 2 shortly. Right back here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway after 156, well, 158 really, because we had a green light checker laps of this race. Austin Beers comes home with his 6th win of the season and continues a pretty dominant run of form in 2026A. But we'll go ahead and go through your results here. It's Beers with win. Dallas Myhand with a great 2nd place finish. That's his best run in a long time. Eric Ziegel comes home with a 3rd place result. Noah Brown 4th. Ray Bracey 5th. Daniel Gore 6th. Thomas Capuano 7th. David Westergreen 8th. Adam Peeler 9th. James Watson uses the 2nd round of 2 tires to his advantage, gets 10th. Connor Jones 11th. 12th is Dylan Thomas. 13th, Johnny Eckert. 14th, Sam Beltwell. 15th, Ty McIntosh. 16th, Nate Hall. 17th is Gilberto Javier Gomera. 18th is Patrick Hayey. 19th, Zach Evans. 20th, Ty Alcus. 21st, Aaron Evans. 22nd, Dylan Gooden. 23rd, Olivia Hammond. 24th is Darren Staff to round out the field. And it's an RK Motorsports car in 2nd and an RK Motorsports car in last, unfortunately. But either way, a great run tonight for a couple of those. And we'll go ahead and get a word with Eric Ziegel, see what he has to say about tonight. 3rd place finisher here, Eric Ziegel. Cam in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Well, looked. I'd say you looked like the best teammate out there tonight to Austin Beers. I'd say if there was a battle for like the best teammates of all time, you probably would win that. You were pretty lockstep there behind the 19 all night. I mean, y'all had a pretty good strategy. Looked like you started going long on fuel and then just really kind of never left each other's sight. But take us through the night from your eyes.
It started off rough. We were in that first yellow, which actually worked into our favor because we pitted for fuel, so we were able to go, another 5 laps versus the whole field, which set us up, to be a different strategy, which actually worked until Gore played his cards right, got our draft, and then got stuck with us. Then we kind of had to throw that out the window and pit with him just to be able to stay with him. But it was a pretty good race. Very surprised we had that much green flag run.
Yeah, these feature length races have been strangely playing this year. Daytona caution free, and then for a while this looked like it was going to have just the one, but we got a couple more there at the end. But I mean, not much to say. I'd say you're kind of the king of the coming from nowhere. I wouldn't say nowhere, but you have the very consistent strong runs up there, running top 5, kind of just very quiet. So next week is Talladega. That's going to throw a wrench into just about everything, I think, about how you do your things. How are you looking forward to that one?
I'm sure I'll be in the same position pushing that 19 car again, which of course I don't mind. Just we need Tom and Alcus just to pitch in maybe a little bit more, but we should hopefully get a swing of luck here for them too.
Absolutely. Well, I think there were moments out there tonight where it looked like Talladega. There was lines of cars pushing each other, groups of teammates. Pretty cool to see. It's a shame the 550 package never really worked like that in real life, or else it might have not been so horrible. But either way, that was fun to watch from up in my position. Before we let you go, any sponsors or shout outs?
Always got to thank the wife, April. Of course, our puppy, Maple. Beers, Alcus, Tom, Fenceline Films, Team Fenceline Motorsports, Natural Design, you guys, and of course, Vic.
All right. Well, appreciate you talking to us. Good run out there, Eric, and hope to talk to you again next week.
Sounds good. Have a good night, guys.
All right. With his second top 5 finish of the season, we're going to get a word with your driver, Carlos, 70 of Dallas, my end, who, well, I was teammates with him for a season in a past life, so fun to talk to him. Second place finisher tonight, Dallas, my end. You got a copy?
I do. What's up?
All right. Well, not much. Like we were talking kind of about you there midpoint of the race or so, kind of showing some steady progress. And I mean, you had some good speed out there tonight. It started 15th, and I think by halfway you were kind of up there in the top 5, kind of jostling around for it. Tell us about the night from your eyes.
Our race was pretty good. Like I saw after that first caution on lap 6, I came in, made sure no damage, took some fuel. I think a few of us did the same thing as well on lap 6. Like 4 or 5 of us took fuel only, and like throughout the race, like all of us just kind of worked together without saying anything, because like me and Thomas kept drafting each other, then Zico and Beers working together on the same strategy. It worked out pretty well late on the run. We just kept making passes, getting those spots back, and I want to say a little bit after like lap 100, we were all in the top 10 and top 5 at some point. Kind of goes because we had a little bit of a fuel advantage on everyone else, but we're hoping fuel wasn't an issue for everybody else. But it was pretty good for the most part, besides almost getting killed on a few laps left in the race. So.
Yeah, I mean, tell us about the dynamic of the race, kind of from your perspective, because we saw Redux Racing. They were working together a lot. The Team Fenceline cars working together. You unfortunately lost one of your teammates very early on in Darren, and really kind of, I don't think you were around Kynan really too much otherwise. So how was it up there trying to, battle those big teams just kind of by yourself?
Yeah, it was tough tonight. There was a lot of Fords around me. Kynan was struggling on the long run, and unfortunately Darren got taken out early in the race. Not much help out there. That's how to, pick my battles with my old enemies and work together for this race because it was Jeff heavy. Overall, it was just the one line. Like halfway in the run, if you're not on the outside, you just don't get freight trained. Like the first few laps on the new tires, you can go to the bottom. But after 5 to 10 laps, you have to ride the wall. If not, you're just gonna fall back in the field.
It's definitely the way it looked like all night tonight. The top line kind of looked like the place to be. But next week we go back to our normal scheduled halves, and we go to Talladega, which I'm glad I'm commentating and not racing. But how are you looking forward to it?
Optimistically, I'm optimistic about it. I've had some success in the past on plate races in OSCA. I've had 2 wins on there. So as long as we walk out those both halves, at least top 10s, I'd be happy with. Just glad I came out tonight with the top 5 and a run-up finish. It's been a while since I had a top 3 finish, so it was nice to get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. And a little, well, let's say it gained you some points, but I think it kind of just solidified you in the right there in 11th. You pulled away from behind.
I lost a lot of spots last week. I had 3 awful halves, so I need it tonight, and hopefully next week be pretty good too. So
all right, well,
tonight worked out pretty well.
Before we let you go, any sponsor shoutouts?
I'd like to thank Carlos having me on the team, 3Ride TV on the board, Darren Staff Paints for painting my cars each week. Thanks for Kynan and Darren for helping me out throughout the year. And thank you guys for broadcasting. Thanks, Vic, keeping OSCA alive after all these years. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Appreciate you talking to us, Dallas. And yeah, great run out there tonight. Had a lot of speed in that 78. Good to see.
Thank you.
Oh.
And last but not least, I got him while he was talking. Always love it.
I was saying bye. I knew it was
well. Anyway, Austin started 12th. You heard from Eric that I guess you both were involved in that first little caution.
Oh my god, yeah.
And got off strategy, and it kind of played into your advantage. But take us through the race in your own eyes.
Yeah, so I honestly, lap 6 or whenever that wreck happened, I thought we were all done. I hit the nose pretty good, and then I came in as the 24 seconds option. I was like, okay, perfect. And filled it up with gas, and we were able to run about 8 to 10 laps longer than those guys. And I'm sure you guys saw how much better we were, with that advantage. And we were able to get the lead there, me and Ziegel, and kind of pull away. And you just played the strategy, just mirroring kind of Gore once he stayed closer. And yeah, Ziegel and I just working together great once again. And those last couple restarts were just business as usual, just Ziegel kind of holding everybody up and me just kind of scampering away. So it was definitely another good week for Team Fenceline Motorsports and everybody there.
Yeah, the teammate dynamic was pretty interesting for some people in the race. Some people had no teammates up there, and then kind of saw you and Ziegel kind of chugging through the Redux train, one after another. They were kind of all in a line at some points. So, I mean, we're going to have that next week, obviously, too. Next week's Talladega. We're back to regularly scheduled programming with the halves. So, I mean, what are we looking for next week? I'm kind of assuming it might look kind of somewhat like the same next week.
Yeah, I hope so. Maybe we'll get Alcus and Tom to come join the fun here too. They did good tonight. Obviously, Alcus had a problem there, and I don't even know where Tom finished. I didn't even look, but I think he got 7th, so that's good for Tom. But yeah, I mean, tonight was fun. The long races are pretty cool. I enjoy them, but I love the halves in this series, so it's definitely something that we should never stray away from, full time. I'm good with like throwing in a long race here and there, but we definitely need the halves in the series to keep it fun, how it is. And but it was fun racing with Gore there, just kind of aero side drafting a lot, and it works out a lot in these cars, and it's actually really fun. Side drafting, catching somebody's left rear and sucking them back, or me and Ziegel were racing well together as well, and then flying through the field. So yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight. Obviously Long race, we're gonna get strung out like we did, but I'm sure everybody watching enjoyed it.
Yeah, and you've won 2 of the 3 feature-length races we've had scheduled or have scheduled in the season. Daytona, obviously, and now tonight. Then the next one is Iowa, which is our season finale. I'm sure you'd love to sweep them there and maybe get a championship with it, but that's quite a bit of ways down the road.
Yeah, I shouldn't miss any more races, so hopefully we can get to Iowa with a little point lead and come out of there with a win. I enjoy Iowa, so I'm excited to get there.
Yeah, and then what I would like to call the correct package for this car, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, at least the package is racing better here than it ever did in real life, the 550. So we'll take it. It's definitely fun to watch, but as always, are you fun to watch? Before we let you go, any sponsor shoutouts?
Yep. Black Flag Podcast, The Joyous Seating, Shark Lounge, Hacks Discord, Fenceline Films. Tom does a great job with the videos per usual. He's gonna be posting a lot now of a lot of modified in cars now that the season started up north. Chalu Performance, Swift Springs, Brembo Brakes, Mountain Dew, SSR Suspension. Obviously, my teammate Ziegel did an amazing job again tonight. We work really well together. It's nice to go into these races having someone you can lean on like that. In the past with prior teammates, I was a little bit ahead of them. Not trying to just me and Ziegel are more closer together. Alcus did a great job. Tom did a great job per usual. Everybody at Fenceline Motorsports, especially Ziegel's wife April, for always watching us. We appreciate it. You guys for doing a great broadcast, and Vic for putting up with us idiots. And then a special shout out to Timmy Salamito from Natural Designs. He is the man, and I can't thank him enough for everything he does for me in real life for racing. So go support his business, Natural Design.
All right, well, appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, Austin. Congrats on the win again. I said 6. I think that's correct. I never really actually double-checked, but that sounds correct. I think it is the 6th of the season.
It's around there, I believe.
It's a round number. We'll take it.
I don't know the actual number, but I should be close to the all-time wins leader. I think me and Cor are close to it, or one of us have it right now. So.
Oh, there you go. We'll have to keep track on that.
Something we gotta look at. I think. I don't know. I haven't really seen it.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll be talking next week, Austin, and congrats on the win tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Well, that was a long one. It's now 11 p.m. Eastern, so I think we went live right about 9. So we'll call that 2 hours exactly. I'd like to thank the following sponsors for giving you this season of OSCA Racing: Rio Grande Mexican Grill, Easy Motorsports, Brickhouse Graphics, Accelerated Cloud Solutions, and Binks Designs. But I believe that's all we have for you. Myself, from Carlos, and everyone else at 3Y TV. Y'all have a good night.